Hi, and welcome to the Muskoka edition of Walking with Charlie. So here we up in Cottage country. We have a family cottage here, and I try to get here a few times a year. Charlie loves it. Here's Charlie. There he is, doing his thing. Oh, hang on. There we go. There we go. He loves it up here. I guess there's a whole new set of smells and things for him, so he loves going for walks up here. Couldn't seem to care less about the mosquitoes for me, but it is what it is. So I wanted to say hi. It's been a little while since we've done these. I've had a few people reach out and say, hey, I haven't done a Walking with Charlie. We kind of missed the little guy, and I hope some of you maybe missed some of my views on things too. So I was reflecting on what we would talk about today because we've been on quite a journey together. I started doing these 3 years ago. I'll put a link up here to the first one that I did, which was really designed, I think, around how to get through what was obviously a very difficult time. Remember, the lockdowns were just kind of starting to turn into this real thing. No one could have predicted that here we'd be 3 years later, maybe hopefully finally done with them. But I really believe that in adversity is where you create character, and opportunity comes through challenging times, right? So I wanted you to take advantage of what was, I thought, the upside of the lockdowns, which was the gift of time and the ability for us to have time to maybe see if we can improve our lives together. Now, it didn't work out like that for everybody, that there were some positives. I just spoke to a new client the other day who's struggling with long COVID, and clearly people did get very, very sick, and some passed during that time. So not all a benefit to everybody, obviously. But for many of us, it was a chance to maybe look to try and change some things for the positive. And so one of the things that I encouraged you to do was to look at what are those areas of life where if you had more time, you could focus on making life better. So one of the things I did was I got a bit healthier. I decided to embrace diet and exercise in a way I never really did before. So I've been able to lose some weight, and that was, yeah, vanity has been good, although I've had to spend a lot of money on new clothes and things, but it was really about getting healthier. You know, I have a ringside seat to how so many people go through retirement, and health obviously is a really big component of that. So I kind of made a vow with myself to go into my 50s in a more healthful way than I did my 40s. So I've been able to do that and adopt, I think, a lot of positive changes to lifestyle. In terms of business, we've seen lots of people change careers or have positive impacts to their career because they were able to take advantage of some of the adversity that we dealt with. Certainly we as a team, we're now a team of 9. We've been able to add some wonderful people to our team and add a lot of bench strength, a lot of skill. And it's actually funny when we do Zoom now, it's kind of like Hollywood Squares when all 9 of us are on there. Of course, I take the center square on my computer because, you know, I'm Paul Lynn, remember him? I get to be that guy. But we've added, as I say, a lot of skill to that. And hopefully you've seen that as a positive change to our service level and what we can do for you and what we hope to be able to do. Because in my view, everyone's complexity is going up, not down. And we have to be really good at things long before you need us to be good at them. So I try to make those investments, and the pandemic has really given me a chance to add some great people to the team. So really positive about that. We've had a lot of new clients come to us, which has been great. We have a lot of new families. We're able to help them manage their complexity, and certainly with the cross-border focus that we kind of pioneered and we lead, we've helped a lot of people with that specific challenge in ways that it seems other financial institutions just don't seem to want to do. So that's been a really positive thing. And just in general, I think we've actually accomplished quite a lot. And I hope you find that as a client that our service level has gotten better as a result of all these things. The last few years have also been, I think, a heck of a lesson for investors on sticking to their discipline, and we've certainly been able to do that and I think benefit from having discipline. We've stayed diversified, we focused on quality, you know, we always invest for dividends, which I think helps keep us out of a lot of trouble. Certainly the last few years it was very easy to get in trouble by either panicking, and I did a whole video on how we don't do panic here. I'll put a link for that one for you to watch it again if you haven't seen it yet. We also stayed away from and continue to stay away from those flash in the pan ideas, those things that look like a great idea at the time, but we don't do them. I didn't do one on cannabis, but the clients that remember asking me about that a long time ago, my answer was no, we're not buying this stuff. Good thing we never did. I did do a video on crypto and gold, Bitcoin and those kinds of things. I'll put that video here. That seemed to be pretty prescient that we seem to have gotten some of those things pretty accurately. I was worried about inflation, I think a lot earlier than than certainly the politicians, maybe the central banks were. Remember when I did my video, interest rates were still low, and most of the central bankers were telling us, no, they're going to stay low. And well, they didn't. They certainly didn't stay where they were. Indeed, interest rates didn't even double. They've gone up by over 20 times since we talked about this. So again, I'll put that video up here for what my advice was on dealing with inflation. And so good news for you is, I've been worried about this for 30 years. And one of my main messages that I've been quoted in the media several times is saying, and I say to clients all the time, is I don't really spend a lot of time thinking about how to protect your dollar, but I spend a lot of time trying to think about how to protect what your dollar buys. And I think as you go into retirement, or if you're in retirement, it really becomes a battle of maintaining your purchasing power, maintaining your income and lifestyle in the face of rising costs. So good news is we're pretty good at that. And I think our strength in being good at that is going to be evidenced even more, because I don't think this inflation thing is going away. It may moderate a bit, but it's not dead yet. That's a dragon we have to keep fighting. What else? One other update on Charlie I'll share with you. Charlie's actually going to be rehomed fairly soon. My sister sadly lost her dog pretty suddenly not too long ago, and with my kids going off to university in the fall, both of them now, I think she needs Charlie in her life. So Charlie's going to go live with my sister for a while and kind of do the magical thing that Charlie does, which is just be Charlie. So he's going to go with Laura, my sister, and be with her, and kind of make sure she feels as good as he makes everybody else feel. So I think that's going to be a positive thing. So Charlie would just visit me from time to time as opposed to living with us, but I think that's going to be better for everybody, right? So Charlie, yeah, you don't care. As long as she has treats, he's a happy boy. So, okay, with that, I'm starting to do battle with more mosquitoes. So I will wish you a wonderful summer, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks very much. Bye-bye. Charlie, I don't know why we have deer flies either. They're very annoying. I agree with you. But I went to business school. I didn't go to science school. So let's just enjoy the weather, Charlie. It's a beautiful day. Damn it. God.